Grammy Award-winning singer, rapper, songwriter, and producer Missy Elliott achieved great success in the 90s and 2000s with her visuals and music style. She was able to create many pop culture moments and sell over 30 million records in the United States alone. This is how Missy Elliott became a trailblazer and reshaped the music industry. Melissa Arnett Elliott was born on July 1st, 1971 in Portsmouth, Virginia. Missy suffered a lot of childhood trauma at the hands of her father and other family members. So she turned to music as an escape and began performing at local talent shows and local colleges. After high school, she formed the R&B girl group FEZ. She served as the songwriter and made her neighborhood friend and aspiring DJ, Timbaland, the group's producer. In 1991, FEZ sang for Devontae Swing of the R&B group Jodeci backstage at the group's concert. He decided to fly the girls to New York and signed FEZ to Elektra Records through his Swing Mob label. Artists on the label included Genuine, Tweet, Static Major, Stevie J, and Magoo. All of them would collaborate with Missy in later years. FEZ changed their name to Sista, and in 1993, they released their debut song titled Brand New.
Every time I'm with you, you make me feel brand new. You make me feel so brand new, so brand new. Even though I really wanna feel you hold me tight. It's been 5 years, baby, I'm just so fly and I'm gonna make you mine.
Missy was already facing issues from being labeled the big girl in the group. But in 1993, she got the opportunity to write and produce Raven-Symoné's debut single, That's What Little Girls Are Made Of. She was featured on the single, but the music video was shot without her knowledge and featured a skinny, light-skinned woman lip-syncing her verse. She was told she didn't fit the image they wanted for the video. Sista's debut album, For All the Sistas Around the World, was produced by Timbaland and Devontae and was released on September 20th, 1994. Due to ongoing conflicts with their recording contract, the group fell out with Devontae and the label eventually collapsed. The girls returned to Virginia and went their separate ways. Afterwards, Missy and Timbaland became collaborative partners and worked on music for SWV and 702. Timbaland served as the producer, while Missy did the writing, background vocals, and sometimes rap verses. In 1996, the duo was hired by Atlantic Records to write and produce music for 17-year-old singer Aaliyah, since they were separating her from her previous writer and producer. With those two a part of her team, Aaliyah was able to score 5 R&B hits. The album titled One in a Million went double platinum by the end of the following year.
I'ma make it hot like fire. I'ma make it hot like fire. I'm gonna. Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between love is a one in a million. It goes on and
The duo continued to produce music for rising musical acts like Total, Destiny's Child, and Nicole Wray. Missy started her solo career that year when Puff Daddy approached her to do a feature for his Bad Boy remixes. She was featured on MC Lyte's Cold Rock a Party, New Edition's You Don't Have to Worry, and Gina Thompson's The Thing That You Do, the song that she did her signature Hee Hee How rap on.
Gonna be my pal like Shazam.
She was approached by many record labels, and Puff wanted to sign her to Bad Boy. But instead, Missy formed her own label, The Goldmine Inc., through Elektra. She released her first solo single, The Rain, in May 1997, which reached number 4 on the Hot R&B and Hip Hop chart. The music video was her first video to be directed by Hype Williams, and in it, she wore her iconic inflatable patent leather suit that resembled a trash bag. That was a shot at people who criticized her weight and looks, particularly the directors of Raven-Symoné's video. The video was shot with fisheye lens and had cameos from her music friends like Timbaland, Yo-Yo, Lil' Kim, Total, 702, Da Brat, Mace, and Puff Daddy.
When the rain hits my window, I take me some. It's my window. I feel the wind. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 10.
The video earned her a nomination for Best Rap Video at the 1997 MTV Video Music Awards. Her debut album, Supa Dupa Fly, was released that summer and reached number 3 on Billboard's Hot 100 with 130,000 copies sold in the first week. It was the highest debut for a female rapper at the time. By the end of the year, Supa Dupa Fly was certified platinum and it produced another hit, Sock It To Me.
I'm nasty.
The album was nominated for Best Rap Album at the 1998 Grammys, but she lost to Puff Daddy. She said, "I didn't want to just be an artist and let someone else have all the control over me." She said, "I knew I would have to produce." Missy had become the hottest rapper, songwriter, and producer by the mid to late 90s, and was penning songs for major artists like Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey.
Every second, next to 10, you still haven't come back. I just wanna be.
Check it out. Follow me, mini, bad boy. My mic sounds nice. Check 2. See everything you do to me. You got me tripping.
To the ELB, you know me.
I'm the MISSY to the E.
I'm a fool for you, cause I keep taking you back as though I'm stupid like that. He said he would look out for me if I needed a friend. I'm confessing things I did.
She was excelling in a genre that had become extremely misogynistic. Her sophomore album, The Real World, was released in summer 1999, selling 131,000 copies in its first week and was certified platinum by February 2000. It had features from Lil' Kim, Beyonce, Eminem, Lil Mo, Nicole Ray, and Big Boy, just to name a few. The album had 2 hits, She's a Bee and Hot Boys, which reached number 5 on Billboard's Hot 100.
I got more cheese, back on up while I roll up my sleeves. Can't see me, Joe. Get on down while I shoot my flow.
Why you played on me wasn't I good enough? Oh, my princess, I can do better than you.
Missy had become known for her feminist and body-positive lyrics, her lyrical wordplay, her music videos, and her animated personality. Missy heavily contributed to the era of Afrofuturistic videos with the help of Hype Williams, and she has one of the most iconic music video collections ever. In a 1997 interview, she said, "We give our music a futuristic feel. I don't make music or videos for 1997. I do it for the year 2000. She was aware that she didn't fit the industry's beauty standards, and she used that to empower herself and other women. She simply just remained exactly who she is, and it worked." Missy says, "You either gotta be light-skinned or have long hair. You wouldn't see me in one of those model magazines unless it was like Healthy Woman. But I'm cool." Missy carried her signature style into the 2000s. and introduced the world to some of the hottest R&B artists and continued to pen hits for them.
Shake it, 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 shake it. Call, ooh, when you need me, you don't have kind of girl you like. I know my looks like, love is like, whoa, my kiss is like, whoa, my touch is like, whoa.
Say, the princess is here. Sierra.
1, 2 step, everybody 1, 2 step. We about to get it. Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, hurt by Pisces.
New Monica.
Cillian,
Her third album, Miss E, So Addictive, spawned more hits, and the song Get Your Freak On got her her first Grammy.
Me, make you want me, and I'ma give you some attention. Wake me up, show me what you got, 'cause I don't want no 1 minute man.
That year, she produced the iconic Lady Marmalade remake featuring Lil' Kim, Pink, Christina Aguilera, and Maya. It stayed #1 on Billboard Hot 100 for 5 consecutive weeks, and also went to #1 in 50 countries around the world. Lady Marmalade was the top-selling song of 2001 and won a Grammy Award for Best Pop Collaboration with Vocals. Her fourth album, Under Construction, was the best-selling female rap album ever, with 2.1 million copies sold in the United States alone, and is still her best-selling album to date. The music videos were the most played on MTV and BET, and she even won 2 Grammys.
Worth it, let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. It's your
She released 2 more successful albums until 2005, then took a hiatus from the music industry. Her 5th album, This Is Not a Test, went platinum, making her the only female rapper to have 6 of her albums certified platinum. She led female hip-hop album sales for the late 90s and early 2000s. Missy began working on her 7th album, but it was ultimately scrapped because she was secretly dealing with health issues. She was drastically losing weight and was diagnosed with a rare hyperthyroidism disorder, Graves' disease. In 2007, Missy was honored at the VH1 Hip Hop Honors. Over the next few years, she would pen the hits Free Yourself by Fantasia, Let It Go by Keisha Cole, Need You Bad by Jasmine Sullivan, and Everything to Me by Monica.
baby, you don't pay no mind. You act like you know. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Want me, then don't talk to me.
new Monica. The makings of you.
Every time you walk past, all the girls be looking at you.
What was right before my eyes? Bad as the air I breathe. I need you back. You're everything to me. Hey. I don't know the type of tricks he playing, but I should warn you, I don't want your man.
We're gonna love you the way you should, then let it go.
In 2015, Missy made a major comeback. She joined Katy Perry on stage at halftime at the Super Bowl and completely stole the show. Later in the year, she debuted her song WTF, and within days, the music video had surpassed 16 million views. In 2019, Missy was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, making her the first female rapper to receive the honor and also the first female rapper to receive an honorary doctorate from Berklee College of Music. Missy released her EP, Iconology, 14 years after her last album, The Cookbook, and it received favorable reviews.
I got the strawberries and berries, dark chocolate's nice, all in the box. Boy, you better.
She was finally given the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award by MTV for her impact on music videos and contribution to pop culture. She is also the only female rapper to achieve this.
I was sick. I couldn't even hold a pen to write. And it was so much to say, give up. But as I stand here with all of you, I thank you because there's so much talent in this room. The energy, everything about us. I want y'all to know that we are special. Black people, we are special. Understand. And I love each one of y'all. I thank y'all so much. And I'm so full, and I know I want to get off the stage, but I'm so full. It's been such a blessing this year, and this is the icing on the cake, and I thank y'all. I'm so humbly grateful.
Missy Elliott came into the industry with confidence, and throughout her career, she never conformed to the industry's beauty standards or what was acceptable to men. Missy always supported women, and her brand was all about women empowerment and camaraderie. She helped pioneer music videos and revolutionize the look and sound of rap music while advocating for women's rights. Not to mention, she wrote some of the best R&B hits of the late 90s and early 2000s. 30 years later, and over 30 million albums sold in the United States alone, Missy still remains a major pop culture icon and influence for the new generation of female rappers, and she frequently collaborates with the new generation of female artists.
Ain't no shame, ladies, do your thing. Just make sure you ahead of the game.
Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and like this video and subscribe to Black Femininity TV for more content.